Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? So today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash. But before we get started, I would like to explain something to a lot of people, okay? So we're going to talk about my favorite person. It's my boyfriend. His name is Elliot Wave. Say hi everybody to Elliot Wave. Hello y'all, how are you doing? Hi everybody, how are you all doing? Elliot Wave says, hi guys, it's my best friend in the whole wide world. Okay, so I want to talk about corrections, okay? So here, as you guys probably are familiar with by now, this is Elliott wave. This is a basic impulse move up, right? An impulse move up. So we're going to talk about, for example, IOTA. Let's go to IOTA, yeah? So just as an example, okay, we're just gonna call, actually ETP. ETP is a really good one. So I had to think about that for a second there. We're gonna look at these guys right here, okay? Right here. Actually, that might not even be a good one. Okay, hang on a second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna look for... Alrighty, so this is a perfect example right here. So I'm gonna draw my Elliott wave here first of all. And I know a lot of people are extremely worried right now about Bitcoin Cash. So I thought I would make this video to reassure some people. But first of all, we have to understand a lot of the basic concepts of Elliott waves and how corrections work, okay? So every time, actually that one's way too small. Every time there's a corrective pattern like this, okay, let's say that this is wave 1, and then wave 2 is right here, okay? Let's say that we formed officially some sort of ABC correction like this, okay? And then it tries to break out right here. It tries to break out right there to the upside, okay? Sorry for the sound in the background. I always have company over. So right here, every time it tries to do an ABC wave there, and it tries to break out to the upside, if it actually fails, and it doesn't really break out to how we wanted, this point right here actually becomes an X point, okay? It becomes an X point, and then it does something called an extended correction where it does another A, B, C, like that, something like that. It could be, you know, very drastically different. And now instead of wave 2, where this was originally wave 1, and this right here was originally wave 2, what ends up happening is wave 2 was actually extended to over here, okay? So now what we have is a W, X, and a Y, okay? And a Y like this. So it's very important to understand this concept as a trader or even as an investor. So once again, we have a wave 1 and does an ABC. If it fails to break to the upside there, then simply what happens is this wave 2 right here, instead of ending here and it fails to break out, it gets some sort of extended WXY correction pattern. All right, so now that we have this concept down, we need to apply the same theory of Elliott wave to Bitcoin Cash. Look at that graph. Look at how many green bars there are. Wow, guys, it shot up right to the sky, then it came right back down. Sorry, I just got really excited there. Random outburst moments. Okay, you guys ready for this? All right, so we were all hoping, right? This one here, this one right there, as you guys can tell, it failed, right? This is our wave 1, this is our wave 2, this is our wave 3. This was supposed to be wave 4, and we all played that perfectly. But do you guys all know what happened right around this time? Let me show you what happened right around this time to Bitcoin. Now we need to understand the correlation with market cap and money in the market. So because there's a finite amount of money, I'm trying to look for Bitfinex by the way. Because there's a finite amount of money in the marketplace, right? It's not like there's an unlimited amount of money. There's always a very limited amount of money, and because there's a limited amount of money in the market, well, we can't just have everything go up at the same time, right? If one goes up, sometimes one must come down. And Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, they did negatively correlate for a very long time until some things happened. So if we actually make a note of this right here, so let's make a note right here, okay? This is around what, guys? November 24, as we can tell. This is when Bitcoin, just a few days ago actually, was around 8,000. And right around this whole range, they negatively correlated pretty well. This whole range right here. Until this point right around there, when lots of money was going up and up and up and up and up and up. Not only that, that guy Roger Ver, he's kind of been making a fool of himself. I don't really follow a lot of fundamental news, but I hear a lot of the gist. He was on some guy's like blog, talk show, radio thing on YouTube, and he went off on him about this guy calling Bitcoin Cash B Cash, right? And Roger Ver just went off on him. So it just a lot of fundamental news is what I'm getting to. That's driving Bitcoin Cash price down. That's not negatively correlating with it anymore. There's so much behind that. I'm not even gonna get into the fundamental news, but Roger Ver is like the most interesting person in a fun and entertaining way to follow. If you guys don't follow him, make sure you do follow him because he is hilarious. That guy, he's psychotic. And I thought I was psychotic, but that guy is like, woo, cuckoo, So 24th, 25th, Bitcoin goes up very heavily. Now let's take a look at Bcash. Roger Ver, don't come after me now, big boy. So if you guys take a look what happened on the 25th, right? Right around the 24th, 25th there, it tried to break out to start, right? It tried to break out to start its fifth wave right here. But it failed, guys. It failed. So now it's actually making an extended correction, right? You guys following this concept? Cool, right? Isn't that awesome, guys? So since we're applying the same general rules that I was talking about earlier to Bitcoin Cash, well, guys, Bitcoin went up. Lots of FA, fundamental analysis, and news driving the market to Bitcoin almost reaching an all-time high of 10,000. So yes, guys, I definitely did my technical analysis right? That's why I also had stop losses, if you guys remember, right? That's what stop losses are for. And just as an example, I want to show you guys on my Twitter what I wrote, okay? I want to show you guys the power of stop losses and the way we should actually be approaching them. Give me a second here, I'm just gonna find it. So this is what happened, guys. I took a $1,300 loss. That might have been $1,200 loss on Ethereum Classic. Yep, I decided to short it at $26.46 right there, right? And my maximum stop loss was about $28.30. But I actually cut it short around 28.10 because I saw it going up, right? So yeah, I took a loss, a pretty decent size one to some people, or a small one to other people, right? To me, it was a pretty normal. Actually, to me, it was a big loss because I don't really play these kind of positions. This was like an $18,000 position. And here's a record of all my trades, which you guys are welcome to go through on my Twitter. So I was racking up my shorts all the way from 25.97 to 26.43, right? And I'm still racking it up, my shorts, 26.69, still racking it up to 27. And eventually, I don't have the rest of the photos. There's a few more. Actually, no, right here. I cut my losses 700, guys, 700 Ethereum Classic, which was about, how much was it again? I can't remember. It was 700 coins, $18,000. And right here, I cut all my losses at $28.10. So I want you guys to know, and I wrote, this is how I manage risk. I'm 100% transparent. I don't only have winners. I took a $1,300 loss last night on shorting ETC. Do I care? No, because I made $6,900 total that day. So what's a net profit of $5,600? Like, does it really matter if you lose $1,300 if you're up $5,600 for the day? No, guys, it doesn't matter. So what I'm basically getting to is that it doesn't matter, guys, if you lose a few trades here and there. What matters the most is you profit over time, okay? The best traders in the world, if they say they have like a 100% win streak, they're lying. If they say they have a 90%, they're lying. I'm now going to be adding my Excel, this one right here, to my book, guys. This is going to be a loser. Like, I'm now down for the month. All my trades are transparent, as you guys know, okay? I'm now lost 2 out of 17. 2 out of 17, okay? And now I've only won 15 out of 17. And you guys see my trades all the time here, okay? 15 out of 17. So now I'm 11 point 7.25 or 7.6%. So there you go. My win rate this month for what I've shared with the public for the longer term trades, guys, I'm now down 1 trade or 2 trades. NEO I've lost and Bitcoin Cash I've lost. But all the other ones, all 15 technical analysis, guys, that I've shared with you on Twitter and also on YouTube, they have all been winners, guys. Look at EOS, guys. Look at IOTA. Look at IOTA. I don't even have the one here where I was suggesting for people to buy IOTA. Like, I mean, look at some of my winners, guys. This is not me boasting. This is trying to get the message across to you guys that it does not matter one single bit, okay? One single bit, guys. If you lose a few trades. Look at my IOTA one. I suggested for people to buy at 36, guys, and IOTA is $1.40, okay? Now let's look at a few other ones. Ripple, okay? Let's look at my Ripple analysis that I gave for you guys on November 2nd or November 10th. Here you go. Here's suggesting for you guys to buy Ripple at 20 cents, okay? And we are now at a quarter, guys. So do I really care that people have lost, or myself, I've lost on trades? I've lost too on Bitcoin Cash. I just haven't checked how much I've lost yet. You know, I've lost too on NEO. So what that we lose a few trades, guys? It does not matter in the short term, because when you think of the 15 trades that I personally won and I lost 2, I don't really care at all about the small losses. And I'm trying to drill that into people's heads that you guys cannot be little sissies and pansies and have weak hands like that, or weak mentalities in general, and cry about it, okay? You guys just cannot have that mentality to be a successful trader. I'm not saying I'm successful, but what I am saying is I do this full time and I have the emotional stability. Not to say that you guys don't, but I have the emotional stability because I realize that I win over time, and losing a few trades, it just doesn't matter, guys, in the grand scheme of things. We trade this game like a casino, like probability, and we try our best to win more over time by managing our risk and our money, okay? So back to this, guys. I really needed to get that out of the way. I do apologize and feel bad, I guess, that some people have lost money on it. But at the same time, I'm starting to be very desensitized, because it's honestly on people to learn how to manage their money. It is not on people. It is not basically on me if people depend on me, right? To, oh, good Philicon's, you know, he's on a winning streak, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take one of his trades up. And then you guys take it, and then you don't manage your risk, and then you take a loss on it, and you don't realize the same concepts that other traders might realize, which is we win over time. It's really hard to feel bad for those kind of people that will rely on others to make decisions for them while they put in zero work to develop their risk management skills, right? Not only that, this is TA for you guys. Like I just explained, the WXY. So because we failed out there, okay, because we failed, this right here, we all thought it was right. You know, this was ABC pretty much right there with a double bottom or truncated one. And we all thought, guys, that this one was going to make a move up like that, right? We all thought it was going to make a move up like that or something, okay? But did it do it? Nope. It failed. And when it fails, boom. Instead of this being ABC, what we now have is this right here. We're basically having a W, an X, and a Y. Something like that. Does this seem to make a little bit more sense now? Right? I'm going to draw that in again. We have this part as from there. That's W, that's X, and that's Y, right? And we can even see the ABC correction in here as well, right? I don't know why that keeps doing that. Let me just try that again. So this is another A, that's B, and that's C. And I would like to get just W, X, Y, W, X, and Y, like that. Check that out. Beautiful. Okay, so this is how we look at it, guys, and it's very important as a trader. And how did we know, guys, that this failed? Well, let me show you, okay? This is how we know that waves fail, and they do fail, guys. They fail all the time. They fail 100% of, not 100%, but they can fail no problem. So we check out this right here, and we use a baseline. See this line right here that I drew? I'm gonna make it really massive line for you. This one right there, that's the horizontal bluish one. See, this is the line that determines when and if it fails, okay? It almost failed here, didn't quite get to it. Now I will explain to you Elliott wave's rule. Wave 2 can retrace up to 99.999999% repeating, okay? If wave 3 were to start. But if at any moment, guys, it falls below the point of this line right here, okay? If it falls below this point right here, then now this is not point 1. The sky actually becomes X, like I mentioned earlier, okay? And then we have an ABC corrective pattern there. So once again, if that was wave 1 where it attempts to break out every single time, and if it fails, like the ETP example that I showed you, and Omise Go has done it so many times, Litecoin has done it, IOTA has done it, so many coins have attempted to start their impulse wave, but they simply just fail. And when they fail, we just call that an extended correction or a double Elliott wave. For example here, right? They call theirs Elliott double combo wave. Or there's even a triple one if it fails. Triple ones are rare, but ETP did a triple wave, right? ETP did a triple wave all the way down to $3, guys. What is ETP at now? ETP is at $3.80, right? So don't worry, guys. We just got to get our TA down, you know? Just ground it to the ground. So I was gonna say I think pound it to the ground, but it came out completely wrong. So now that you guys have a basic understanding of Elliott wave and how corrections work, right? So would you guys agree with me that this is still wave 1, that's wave 2, that's wave 3, right? Right here. Now to reassure some people, what we need to make note of is this right here. Wave 1 only retraced to the 0.5 level, respectable, but more so between the 382 and 0.5. So it retraced to the more bullish side, right? If you guys remember did I make a call for that one? I don't remember. No, I don't think I did. I made a call for this one though at 8:51. That I remember. I can't believe I called that one at 8:50, and woo! Can't believe it actually hit 8:51, guys. That was some bad ASS stuff. I don't want to get like a warning on my YouTube, so I'm gonna avoid swearing. Not only that, guys, if I swear, the truth why I don't swear anymore in my videos is because I don't get paid the monetized ads, right? And I have monetized ads on all of my videos, and they pay me something like they pay me an enormous amount. YouTube pays a ridiculous amount. I think for each hour of video that I put in, I'm getting something like a quarter for every time 1,000 people watch it. So, you know, for 4,000 people watching, I think I get like $1. It's like, whoa, YouTube, you're amazing. You're gonna give me a whole loonie? Wow, what am I gonna do with the loonie? Am I gonna like buy 4 gumballs with this? It's like a lot of, so that's the reason why I don't swear in my videos, okay guys? So now we see that this one retraces to the more bullish side at the 382. Now we're just going to do a little bit of analysis. Now because this, let me show you guys. I'm so excited to show you guys some Elliott wave. You guys should always be enthusiastic every time it's lesson time. It's lesson time with Sir Mr. Fibonacci. So if this one right here retraces to, it's recording, to 382, this one right here, then what we will automatically assume is that the next wave could possibly retrace more, right? In fact, it could retrace almost to the territory of wave 1. Remember we were talking about that rule earlier? Well, same rule applies. Doesn't matter where you are in the subwave, right? So wave 4 could retrace up to right here, right? But if it fails entirely, well, then we're gonna get a really, really extended correction, which we really hope we don't get. So anyways, so wave 4, we will assume that we'll retrace more than 382, possibly up to this point there. So we use a general range of right here, 382 to where point 1 began. So this is how we're using a series of deductions, okay? So we're just gonna make a big note here, 1400 right there, okay? 1400 right there. We could retrace, and we're going to use Fibonacci retracement tool from the lowest point there to right there. And what you guys notice, right? Where this one retraced to the 382 to the 5-1 level, but what do you guys notice? This one is still retracing right now, right? This one's more in the 382 area, Whereas this one more. This one's more in the 0.5 area. So is our deduction right? Absolutely. Is that a good buy zone? Absolutely, it's a good buy zone. And we're gonna go over why. So now we're on track, guys. We're on track according to technical analysis to still make an uptrend, okay? We're still on track right now to start wave 5. And it's not like much has changed. The targets, believe it or not, are all the same still. I mean, the target here is still like this one we exceeded it already to the middle of between 100 and 1618, and my target's still the same, guys. My target's still somewhere in there up to $2,000. I'm seeing that very firmly, that just because we retrace $100, it doesn't mean that the targets are really that changed, right? So let's say that we took our Fibonacci extension, just made a box somewhere around here, right? Actually, I'm gonna go conservative. I'll go to 2000-ish, to 21. And let's say I actually did Fibonacci extension from where this wave started to where it ended right there. Perfect. It matches still to a 1-to-1 extension. We're still looking at like a little bit under or over 2000, just around this range here, 1950 to 2050, around there, guys. So I hope this TA is making a lot of sense when I'm using deduction to reassure you guys that I'm still very bullish on this. I'm not really that bearish on this, guys. Like, you know, I can't be bearish when it's fitting all of my criterias. Not only that, you guys need to take a look at the RSI. It's like definitely leveling out here, right? It's actually peaking up now. So this is on a 4-hour chart too, guys, right? This is on a 4-hour chart right now. And if you guys look on this chart right there that's forming on the 4-hour chart, even though it's only 1 hour in, like we're probably gonna end up getting a doji in there. Look on the daily. We're gonna get a, okay, that's daily's not a good one. Actually, that's a great one. We only got like 1 hour before the daily finishes, guys. That's a crazy powerful reversal candle. Actually, I don't know what time the daily closes. Do you guys know what time the daily closes? I think the daily closes in 2 minutes, right? Yeah, so if it closes like that, that's a strong candle, guys. On the 3-hour, 2 hours left on it, that's a strong reversal candle. On the 2-hour, 1 hour left on it, that's a strong candle. 1 minute left, that's a really strong candle, okay? When we see candles like that on the very bottom, right, like right here, you know, right there, they reverse. Whether it's in the form of a hammer, they reverse. Whether it's in the form of a small hammer, they reverse. Whether it's in a big hammer, they reverse, right? This one here was not quite good because this was right around the whole Bitcoin thing rally as well. But Bitcoin's almost at $10,000. There's only so much more money that can be pumped into the market, right? Inverted hammer. Inverted hammer right there. Let me show you guys what an inverted hammer is. Right there, guys. Inverted hammer. I'm not just making this stuff up. This is called an inverted hammer, right? Inverted hammer. Every time we see an inverted hammer, it goes up. Inverted hammer. You know, these are just examples from Google, right? And what do you guys see right there on this chart? This is on the 45-minute chart. That's an inverted hammer, right? Look at inverted hammer right there, guys. Okay? So depending on where they are, I mean, look, guys, we're getting a higher high already. It went so low yesterday, like it dipped so low on the 45-minute chart. Look at this right there. It's a bullish RSI divergence, right? It dipped there as well. Bullish RSI divergence. Yeah, it's looking really good. I mean, if I draw this in here, it's probably going to be some weird shape right now. Like it's a channel, right? This is a channel, and guess what, guys? Channels are meant to be broken, okay? If boots are made for walking, then channels are also made to be broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I don't really want to count the channels like that, but it is a channel regardless in the RSI. And guys, it's just a matter of time. I don't, you know, I apologize, sort of, that I got the last TA wrong. But, you know, I can't predict all these things. But what I can be sure of is that I'm going to stick to my stop losses, and I will win over time no matter what, okay? And is it, and I don't mean to sound rude when I say this, but is it really my responsibility to make the right prediction? Or is it more so your responsibility to learn the technical analysis, right? A lot of people were pooping on me on YouTube. I had to delete so many comments. A lot of people were, well, it got to the point, I'll tell you guys this, okay? It got to this point that my Facebook was in one of the videos for like a weekly summarizing one, and people were literally contacting me, and it was an honest accident where I went on my personal Facebook, which I won't be adding anyone because it's for family and friends. Not that you guys aren't family and friends, but there's a big line where you demarcate between personal and professional, right? So because I put in my dash, like my weekly summary video once, people actually went to my Facebook page and we're seeing some pretty nasty things to me through private messages just so they can directly message me. So that's why I was a little bit shaken up, not shaken up, but a little bit distraught, I guess, that people actually had the audacity to do that. So now it's like I've adopted this I don't care attitude that's like my trading, right? Just tough as nails. That I just don't care anymore about being right because I just share my thoughts in these technical analysis videos, right? And if people don't spend the time to learn the TA that, for example, I know or that other people know or that all people should know, then it's not really my fault, guys, if you guys are just expecting fish to have thrown at you. I'm here to share my thoughts, and as smart people that we all are, it's our job to have intel, okay? It's called gathering intel, okay? When you gather more intel, you can formulate your own opinion, right? And eventually maybe you'll have like a consensus on the market, like amongst your friends and so on, right? If you collaborate enough and you formulate an opinion. It's like reading multiple newspapers, right? It makes you wiser because you now have perspectives from many different people, right? So if you guys are just depending on me, for example, for the charts and to be right all the time, and you don't know stop losses and you don't know how to read a chart for the life of you, I hope you guys lose all your money, because life is not all about having fish thrown at you. It's about putting hard work and dedicating an immense amount of time. So what kind of person am I? I'm the kind of person that really dislikes lazy people. Put it that way. I'm lazy as heck myself. I'm super lazy, but when it comes to my own profit and my own self-development and my own learning, I will put in so much hard work. And that's why you guys see me on the computer 16 hours a day, 17 hours a week. I do not go out. And that, my friends, is what you call commitment. So I'm counting on you guys to take this as a harsh lesson if you lost, okay? If you lost on Bitcoin Cash because of my analysis, take this as a really tough and hard lesson from whatever you guys call me, your teacher. Some people call me teacher. It's like, yeah, I'm not my dad. I'm no teacher. But if you guys are taking my advice and you're learning from me, take this as a very hard lesson to know that you need to put in the time to develop your skills and hone them over time, because they're very important. So guys, why am I bullish on this? I'm going to show you guys, first of all, back to this, okay? This is why I have no friends in real life. I do have friends in real life, guys. I just don't see them often because I'd rather trade, and it's much more fun. But I am incredibly harsh to my friends, and I'm realistic. I don't dance around topics, right? I have very little patience for a lot of topics, especially when it comes to things like this. And I never knew my YouTube would get 7,000 subscribers, so thank you guys. I'll be doing a giveaway really soon. It's gonna be a surprise giveaway. You guys have no idea what it is. It could be money. It could be me of a photo in underwear. It could be, who knows? It could be me shaving my head. It could be me eating my dog and boiling her for soup. You never know what it's gonna be. So stay tuned at 10,000 subscribers, where I'm gonna do a little special present for you guys. And also 4,500 followers on Twitter. What? This is like 11, 12,000 total followers and subscribers in less than like a month and a half. What? So because of how fast people have been following me, etc., right? That's why I'm also developing a really thick skin, and that's why you guys must as well. I will be whatever you guys call me, okay? You're a Sifu, your teacher, whatever you guys call me. You guys also have to respect the fact that I will be very harsh on you because I believe in tough love, okay, guys? You guys see my dog Luna? I beat her to death until she learned how to sit, until she knows how to speak. How do you guys think I taught her how to speak so well on demand, huh? Tough love, guys, tough love. So lesson time. We got 2 candles right here, okay? We got 2 candles like this on a 1 hour chart, okay? Because we are going up, right? We bought up, and then we're going down, right? Would you guys agree? Up, then we're going down. If this was actually on a 2 hour chart, because 2 1 hour candles make a 1 2 hour candle, right? So sorry, I said it wrong. 2 1 hour candles on a 2 hour chart, it makes 1 candle, right? So we have to keep this in mind. And what will it look like on a higher time frame? It will actually just look like that, okay? Because it went from up to down, it'll just show the bodies that overlap because it went up to down, only show as a wick poking up like that. Now, if this one was actually reversed, right? If it was reversed, right? We would be going from down, 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 and up, 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 right? So because we went from down to up, only the body shows, and then the wick would be at the top, okay? So that is a lesson. Now another lesson is this right here, okay? Now a lot of people might draw their resistances like this, right to the wick. Yes, that's absolutely acceptable to draw your supports and resistances just like that for all-time lows of it breaking. But what a real resistance really is where it had a lot of trouble breaking that specific point and it bounced from that area. Now, it didn't bounce from there, guys. That is just the lowest point that it got. It really bounced from right here, right, on these candles, if you see. So there's a very clear line for how we draw with the wick and without the wick, when to include it and without to include it, right? So sometimes wicks can absolutely poke through the resistance or supports, but doesn't mean you should be drawing it right there. Remember the lesson time that I just showed you guys earlier? Check this out right here. What do you guys notice, huh? What do you guys notice? Look at this on the 1 hour candle. Here's where the body is, but because it overlaps like that on a higher time frame, all you see is a wick, guys. All you see is a wick, right? Look, all you see is a wick. So if I drew something like that, and then I drew another one, let's delete this right here, and I drew another one, just like that, coming down, check out what it looks like on a better time frame. Look at that. What does that look like to you guys on this time frame? So a lot of people might not know how to draw it like that, and they'll draw it like this, right? That's not really right either. The best way to draw it is like that, guys. Check that out. On this time frame, it looks even better. This one looks really good. Look at this one on a 4 hour, okay? This one looks beautiful. Right around here, just like that, guys. Do you guys know what shape this is? Do you guys know what shape this is? Right? So I'm drawing it to combine multiple time frames, right? Multiple time frames. So I'm drawing one like that, but these overlap as well, and this point here. And then when you get to a different time frame, it looks beautiful, guys. We can even draw it something like that even. Now let me show you guys what this shape makes, okay? First of all, we're gonna go to the bullish scenario. Usually we get 5 touches like that, something like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then it breaks downwards, guys. It breaks down, okay? And the way it breaks down is we take a base range of the wedge. So we just take a little box inside of it like that where the EMA is, and then we target right around there, like that. Now for the other side, if it was falling, like how we see on Bitcoin Cash, we draw it this way. We draw it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what we do is we take the base range of the wedge again. Okay? Then we put it right here, and then we use this as a target. Okay? So, I hope you guys aren't like upset with me or anything, you know, or dislike me, blah 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 blah, for me being, you know, kind of harsh about some things now. I just want to make sure that we are all on the same level, right? And we definitely, if we want to be traders, I will put into perspective something for you guys. Trading is a competition. Not only is it a competition, guys, but it is a fierce competition. And there are many brilliant people in the world who trade. We're talking brilliant with IQs that are just ridiculous, okay? But why do some brilliant people fail in trading? It's because, well, they don't know how to manage their emotions. They may not know how to control risk as well, right? And they don't know how to control their greed. Now, the most basic emotions in trading is fear and greed. And because fear and greed can overwhelm us, the most intelligent people in the world sometimes can't control that aspect, right? And fear and greed, it ties in with risk management. What we try to do is we try to toss out risk management out the window and it gets replaced. Or sorry, we try to toss out emotions out the window and they get replaced with risk management. As you guys can see through my tweets, I don't worry, I don't panic, guys. I don't ever panic. All I do is I do TA and I believe in my skills for my risk management aspect, and I just make sure I stay true to my game plan, right? It's like a basketball game or any sports game. You have a strategy, you go in, you have a contingency plan as well. Those that don't have a backup plan for when things go south, you will get destroyed in the market. Do you guys know why you will get destroyed in the market? Where do you think the money comes from, guys? Where do you think the money comes from when you win? It comes from other people losing. When people lose, where do you think that money goes? It goes to someone else who just took your money. This game is about taking each other's money, believe it or not, because the money has to come and go somewhere. Now, I want to put this into perspective for you, okay, guys? Like, you are playing against some really smart people out there who are pretty good, in general, traders. And if you guys don't make sure you improve your skills every day, you never know. Guys like me will destroy you in the market, maybe. And that's not boasting or being cocky about it. This is just stating a fact that I trade full time and I do it all right. There's many people in the world who are brilliant, and I'm sure 1 billion times better than I am, right? But if you guys respect what I'm doing for work and you do respect my analysis as well, you can't just lean on me entirely for it, because my job as well is to take your money, believe it or not. As harsh as that sounds, right? We're all competitors at the end of the day, right? So I hope that puts into perspective for you how fierce the competition is, right? So I'm going to show you guys EOS. Sure, I'm going to show you guys EOS. Okay, when I take a look at something, you guys might have even seen this before already. This is on a 4-hour chart. This is on the 4-hour chart right here. Right there, okay? I'm gonna draw, this is the wedge, right? We can all agree that this is basically a wedge. I will draw it like that as best as I can. I will draw another wedge like that, touching the most relevant points that I see. I will now draw a box inside of it, right around here. Make sure it's a nice, pretty little box. Like that. I'll draw it right around here. That might have been a little bit too much. Trust me, this is going to pay off. You guys put in the time to make sure the small little things like how I'm doing in here, like drawing the box right, it pays off. Ready? Put it right there at the wedge. Draw a horizontal ray. And what do you see? What do you guys see? You guys see a perfect baseline target. Want to see another example? Okay, want to see another example right here before it broke out? I'm going to show you. Watch. I draw my wedge in here to the highest point for this one. Actually, I'll just go a little bit lower. Just so, you guys already know it broke out. Okay, I take the highest point of the wick. I draw my box in here. I'll always shoot somewhat conservative. I'll drag that box over here. First target, what do you guys see? Pretty cool. It hit the exact target range at the top. Exact! That's 2 examples, guys, that I just came up with on the top of my head. Well, not came up with, but they're real examples on EOS. Oh my God, so many green candles, guys. Bitcoin Cash, Bcash, it's shooting up to the sky. Somebody shoot it down with the crossbow. Wow. Sorry, I break out into, I'm a weird guy, guys. I'm a weird dude, so you guys are gonna have to tolerate me if you guys wanna keep seeing my analysis here, okay? So I really do feel honestly bad for for this whole Bitcoin Cash thing and whenever I'm wrong. But at the same time, I'm just starting to slowly understand that there are lots of people who just will not put in any type of work. Maybe I'm just an optimist at heart, guys, where I believe that everybody will put in an arduous amount of work, right? Lots of hard work. Lots of hard work and put in the same type of effort that I come to expect everyone to. But I'm also realizing that everyone will not, right? And those are the people that I really wish I could help more. But unfortunately, there's not much I can do sometimes, guys. And that is a sad fact of life, right? Sometimes we can't help those that just don't want to be helped. And the people that lost money that actually contacted me on Facebook, F you guys, okay? Just give you a big F you, blocked you guys immediately. And on Twitter as well, when I found out who you guys were, that's just a no-no where you come onto my Facebook and you start yelling at me because of me losing money. That's just like the most wrong thing to do, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Sorry, so that's why I got a little bit upset about Bitcoin Cash there over the past few days. Neo wasn't as bad. I have to admit, that was my first loss. It wasn't that bad. People slowly understood it, right? But Bitcoin Cash, because more people invest in that coin, whew, it was a fairy dealing with that. So now that we have our wedge, I know I'm talking about this topic a lot, guys. I know. So now that we have our wedge clearly drawn there, let's try to make a decent one. Let's be a more conservative approach. Maybe one inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. Yeah, around there. So let's go more conservative approach to just kind of try to get a round number-ish. It's going to break out a little bit, don't know how much. Let's say it broke out right here. This is the only target I can give you guys for now. About 1600 at the most, we can say. Let's take a more bigger range here. Yeah, we're looking at about 1600-ish. We'll say 1600. Round number, guys. So if this one attempts to break out to wave 3, right? Because this was 1, 2, 3, and this is now 4 with a WXY. Hey guys, I honestly have no idea where we left off because I was gone for like 15 minutes to just make a small video for my live trading video series. If you guys don't know, I also created a live trading series as well, just to capture some of my trades. And what you guys might know about me is that I'm a scalper, right? I take advantage of volatility, and I just do a lot of liquidity and volume calculations in my head, and I take advantage of small or big price movements in short time frames, such as the 1, 3, and the 5-minute charts especially. And you guys might have seen on my tweets as well that you know, I do pretty well, I'd say. You know, there's some hours where I can make up to $600 an hour. There's some days where I can make up to $5,000. In the past 2 days, I'm at $9,500 now. And the cool thing is I actually tweet every single one of my profit and my loss on Twitter, guys. So I'm 100% transparent. Just like how I showed you guys my ETP loss, right? So today I'm up about $6,000. And I'm creating a live video series that I will just be, they're not all going to be included, don't get me wrong, like not every single trade, right, is going to be included, but the majority of them will be included that I can remember. So now back to Bitcoin Cash. Look at this, guys. We're getting a doji that's forming right here. That's going to be the final candle that's going to form. This one wasn't strong enough, but this one is most likely going to be strong enough, and we're squeezing so tight into the wedge. So guys, that's where I think we stand. We might break out to about the 1600 range, and for all we know, after this Y ends right here, okay, after that Y ends, what I think might happen, don't get, you know, take it with a grain of salt. We had this conversation, guys. Take it with a grain of salt, right? That could be 2. This could be 4, and we can finally make our final 5th wave. That could be it right there. This is not it, trust me, that's a W. It needs to be roughly the same. So that one, we will talk about it, first of all, after this breakout. So I just want to let you guys know the concept behind a falling bullish wedge, which breaks to the upside, and where we currently are, and what the heck has happened, guys. And I want you guys to know as well that for Bitcoin Cash, like I shed some of my positions, but I still hold Bitcoin Cash too, guys. I bought Bitcoin Cash at 1625. I shed some of it. I bought more at 1575 and 1550, right? And I just happened to put out some buys in here at 1550, and I even put some buys at 1575. So they happen to get filled because I just planned for the worst case scenarios where things are going to go very low. And surely enough, it did go low, but I got my position filled, my average price reduced a little bit. So I'm still in a fairly good position right now. I'm going to be holding these ones for more so a swing term. I do everything, guys. I scalp 90% of the time, but I also day trade, right? Where I'll hold positions for a long time, like a few hours, that is. And I will also swing as well, where I'll hold positions for a few days. So I take advantage of every single time frame as much as I can. I'm quite greedy when it comes to trading. And because I trade 16 hours a day, I can actually do this, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this Bitcoin Cash video update. I hope you guys have learned a valuable lesson for some of your losses, because you guys, on a positive note, on a positive note, okay, you guys have to take these lessons as a very valuable learning experience, because the best lessons in life are from losses and from where we're struggling, right? If you were always successful and things were always going good, right, you would never learn how to develop an instinct for when things are going bad. So like, let's just use an example of people that might be at a bad position in their life, right? If they're in a bad position in their life, well, they know where they were before, and then they know where they are, and when they do get to a better position, they know where they don't want to be, right, guys? Does that make sense? So if you guys take these losses as a very valuable learning experience, only positive things will come out of this at the end. I promise you, only really good things will come out of this at the end, all right? So please see this as a very good thing. Now, I don't know when this is going to break out to the upside. I have no idea, okay? For all we know, it gets squeezed really, really low. It can get squeezed to even like 1400 or something. But what I do know is that it's not going to get squeezed to 1402-ish, right? Or not 1402, to this line right here. Whatever this one is. 1379-ish, right? That's kind of the lowest it can go. If it does go lower than 1380-ish, then the whole thing fails, guys. And there's something fundamentally wrong with this. So as a technical analyst, this is what I look for. I look for key modes of failure, just like an engineer. I'm an engineer, mechanical, and I look for modes of failure, right? And in a chart, I see it no differently at all. This could be one of the modes of failure of fundamental analysis that could be literally just driving down the price. For all we know, Bitcoin could hit $12,000. That could be another major factor why this falling bullish wedge will not break. So we have to take everything into account, guys. Just because I say it's a falling wedge right now that's bullish doesn't mean 100% it's going to break up. I'm just giving you guys scenarios right here, okay? I'm just covering my behind as well, right? For all the people that are angry, which I really don't care about. Honestly, don't care. I find it more comical than anything. It definitely rubbed me the wrong way, and it got me going a little bit. But when I really had that cigarette, when I went outside and had that cigarette, I realized I know I'm doing something awesome for the community, and I know it's helping a lot of people. But I can't help the people that don't want to help themselves. So in turn, it didn't really make me feel bad, and more so just lots of self-reflection, right? So for all we know, guys, this could get squeezed super far, all the way to even 1300. For all we know, it could break down entirely. Never know. For all we know, wave 4 could go down to here. For all we know, there's not even a wave 4, and this whole thing broken down, and it just made another huge extended correction, part of all of wave 2, right? So there are many things right now that's going on that we all have to take this into consideration, okay, guys? So I just want to give you my thoughts. For the people that lost money once again, sorry, too sad, too bad, okay? You snooze, you lose. Put in the time, study, and take it as a valuable learning experience as well, okay, guys? Sorry to be harsh, not sorry. Just kidding. Have yourselves a great night, guys, and take care now.